Hello there. Today I'm going to talk about how to integrate Allure report into SpecFlow with C#. Let's get started, not to waste much time. All right, first let's open the official documentation of Allure report. First, you need to download Allure and configure it your operating systems. You can do it in an automated way and also manual way. Actually, I talked about how to integrate Allure report manually into your operating systems. Actually, in my TestNG Allure integration video, which is inside my Allure English playlist on my YouTube channel. You can check it out if you would like to learn how to integrate Allure report manually. But in this session, I would like to talk about how to install Allure in an automated way. For macOS, actually for macOS users, they should just execute this command: brew install Allure. That's it. This simple bash command will install Allure and configure it into the macOS operating systems. That's it. But for Windows user, actually, they have to install first Scoop, and then after installing Scoop, they need to implement this command scoop install Allure. After executing this simple command, the Allure will be will be installed and configured Windows operating systems. That's it. That's so simple, right? It's much way simpler than the manual way, right? So that's why we go with this way in this session and install it in an automated way. All right, let's get started and install it. Actually, I already installed it, but I would like to show how to install Scoop and then execute this command on the PowerShell. Of course, we need to open the PowerShell, right? We need to open the PowerShell. I switched it to the PowerShell. Yes, that's it. First, we need to install Scoop, right? Hit the Scoop link. And to be able to install Scoop, first you need to execute this command. Let's copy and paste PowerShell. And then second, you need to execute this second one, copy and paste. Yeah, Scoop is already installed because I have already installed it on my operating systems, but you can easily install it by using these two commands and by executing these two commands respectively. All right, let's continue. After installing Scoop in that way, and you just simply execute this PowerShell command: scoop install Allure. That's it. Let's type in, paste it here, and hit enter. Scoop install Allure. Actually, it will give me an Scoop was updated successfully because I've already installed it. Now actually it doesn't install again, and it's just updated my current Scoop, my current Allure, actually, because the Scoop was updated successfully and the Allure is already installed, right? It's updated Scoop, and it didn't install Allure again, just because I've already satisfied this prerequisite before. But you can easily execute this command. By executing this command, you can easily install Allure and configure it to your operating system. That's it. That's so simple, right? Okay. Yeah, that's enough with the command prompt. Now let's go through the Visual Studio side, right? Now we can integrate Allure into SpecFlow with C#. Now, to be able to integrate Allure into SpecFlow, first we need to install the NuGet packets, what we call specflow.allure. That's it. Let's navigate to the official documentation. Excuse me. Let's navigate to the official documentation, right? Actually, the GitHub repo, Allure framework GitHub repo. That's the GitHub repo associated with the the GitHub repo of the Allure framework Allure C#, right? You can see the SpecFlow, you can see this README associated with the SpecFlow, right? Yeah, actually it's really, it tells us clearly how to install and integrate Allure into the SpecFlow, right? You can by simply reading this README file, you can easily configure and integrate Allure into your framework, SpecFlow framework. Actually, by following the commands, first we need to install allure.specflow NuGet package, right? According to your SpecFlow version. Actually, let's navigate to the Visual Studio and open the NuGet packets. How can we open the NuGet packets? Right click on the project and manage NuGet, hit the manage NuGet packets. Open the NuGet packets and the under the browse section. Type here specflow.allure. That's it, and hit enter, and hit the first one, specflow.allure, and install it. Click OK, click accept. That's it. It's finished. It's so fast, right? Maybe it can take much more time. Depends on your speed of internet. That's it. We install it. Now it's time to actually create let's navigate to the official documentation, actually GitHub repo. The second step, for SpecFlow 3, please add an update following section in your specflow.json. First, we need to create a specflow.json to be able to add this command. Let's create a specflow.json. How can we create a JSON file on SpecFlow? Actually, right click on project and click add and click new item and scroll down to the TypeScript. Where is it? I can't see. Yeah, down here. TypeScript JSON configure file and rename it SpecFlow. Yeah, SpecFlow. That's specflow.json file. And here we need to paste this command. We need to paste this command here. Sorry. Here in this file, JSON file. And this command, actually, this specflow.json, this command inside the specflow.json, this components inside this specflow.json, actually will configure Allure into your SpecFlow framework. If you don't use this command, if you don't create this file, what we call specflow.json, and add this command into this file, you cannot generate Allure reports. All right, that's a must. That's a must. After installing NuGet packets, specflow.json is specflow.allure, and then you need to create a specflow.json and add this command step assembly allure.specflow plugin, right? After adding this plugin, after adding this plugin. That's it. That's it. Let's save it. But if you would like to make some configuration, into your in your Allure reports, actually, if you would like to make some configuration, would like to make some changes in your Allure report, or if you would like to, I don't know, maybe you can make some configuration associated with the Allure report. For example, in this project, I would like to add some annotations. What kind of annotations? Actually, it's associated with the importance of the scenario, right? Severity level of the scenario. I would like to add some annotations, for example, critical, normal, such kind of annotations. Actually, it depends on the depends on the depending on the importance of the scenario, right? All right, let's create this config file to be able to make this type of changes in your Allure report. You need to add one more config file. Let's create this config.json file, and we call it Allure config.json. Down here, yeah, rename it Allure config.json. In this configuration file, we will make the configuration associated with the Allure, right? Let's navigate to the GitHub repo and open the Allure config template.json file. That's the default. That's the default Allure config JSON file, right? You can make the changes. You can make changes in this file, but I'll go with the default one. Just I would like to use the annotations. That's it. But you can make more changes. You can make more changes by checking out the GitHub repo and the official documentation. You can you can use the links. For example, maybe you can make grouping or something like that. I don't know, but I would like to use only severity levels. That's it. So that's why I created this one. The rest is actually I don't want to change the rest of them. You can change it depending on the official documentation. You can check it out. All right, that's it. Let's save it. Let me show you my feature files. As you can see, I add some annotations depending on the importance of the scenario. For example, this scenario I specified as a critical. For example, this scenario outline. For this scenario outline, I specified the scenario outline as a normal, for example. Or let me open the other one. Trivial, this scenario outline. I specified this scenario outline as a trivial, or this one is trivial also, and this one is blocker, and this one is blocker. You can specify the importance level or severity level of your scenario outline by creating Allure config.json. All right. That's it. Actually, that's all you have to do to be able to create and generate Allure report and integrate the Allure report into the SpecFlow with C#, right? That's it. Let's close them all. And let's run the test. Let's open the test runner, test explorer, and I would like to run all my tests. Actually, I have total just about 21 tests, totally 21 tests. So I would like to run all of them to get a more interactive report. Let's run it. Actually, it's about to start. Yeah, it started. First, it will test the home page of sourcedemo.com. And then after completing the task associated with homepage, it will start to test login page, and it will execute the tasks associated with the login page, and it will make a negative task and positive task associated with the login functionality. Actually, I think it will take just about 3 or maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Let's pause the video here. After it's completed, I'll continue it. Yeah, it's about to finish. Actually, it's continuing to test. It's continuing to execute the task associated with the login functionality. All right. I think it will take much more time than expected. Yeah, it's completed. It's completed. Actually, after completing the execution of all tasks, let's open the Allure reports. Actually, you can, as you can see, there is no Allure reports directory like in the Cucumber or TestNG like in the Cucumber and TestNG, and in SpecFlow with C# to be able to see the Allure report directory, you need to navigate to the folder in the File Explorer and get into the bin file and debug and net 6.0, and as you can see, Allure reports inside this directory, right? Allure reports, is inside this directory. And you need to be able to execute the Allure reports and to be able to generate the Allure reports. You need to open this on command line. How can we open this directory on command line? By simply typing cmd and hit enter. And now here we must execute this command: Allure serve Allure results. Allure results. Allure -results. You need to be careful by typing the name of the file, right? You shouldn't misspell it, otherwise you will get error and you cannot generate Allure reports. And then after typing these commands, you need to hit enter, and it will generate the Allure reports on your default browsers. As you can see, 21 test cases has been executed and 6 of them has failed and 15 of them has passed, right? After generating our reports, you can check it out. It's really colorful and interactive reports. I would like to show you something. Actually, this behavior, under the behavior, you can see all the sections. For example, tasks associated with homepage and tasks associated with the login functionality. Let's open the home task associated with the homepage. As you can see, by after clicking on the first one, open menu about button functionality, this task. As you can see this task, actually this scenario, the first scenario, second, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 scenario here, and as you can see, we tag this. Actually, I tag this scenario as blocker, and this tag will, as you can see, this tag appears on other reports, right? If you would like to specify and if you would like to specify the severity level of your scenario on your Allure reports, you should create this Allure config.json. Otherwise, you cannot make the severity levels appear on your Allure reports, right? So that's why I created this config.json file, right? To be able to specify and to be able to make this severity levels appear on the Allure reports, right? As you can see, this scenario, for example, has been labeled as a blocker. For example, this scenario is also blocker, and this scenario is has been labeled as a trivial, right? It means unimportant or something like that. And this one is also trivial. This one is also trivial. This one is also trivial, right? Let's skip this one and open this one. Open the task associated with login functionality. Let's hit the first one. This is, as you can see, this is labeled as a critical, and this is labeled as a critical. This is labeled as a critical, and this is labeled as a critical. And the fifth one as a labeled as a normal, right? This scenario after this after the fifth scenario on all the tasks has been labeled as a normal, as you can see, normal, because I tagged this task scenario as a normal, right, on the feature file. That's it, actually. Also, I would like to show timeline. On the under timeline, you can see the duration of all the tasks. It's really good and effective reporting, so you can use it anyway. That's enough for today. If you like my video, you can hit the thumbs up and subscribe my YouTube channel. See you next video. Take care.